He was 6. I'm very interested in if people like people seeing this title and be like, okay, I want to join this stream. All bisexuals know how to do is lie and eat eyeball. I'm trying to look at my my AI live stream with the most views is Kaname Date r/atheist. What does that say about society? Oh my god, my Ghost Adventure video has 59 views already. I hope people like it. Okay.
What is this place?
Looks depressing. How is this related to Iris?
Unknown. But there must be a connection.
Iris, what are you hiding?
Somnium scan. Activate.
Okay. I am ready to do the first section. There's a TV.
A CRT TV.
Hello? Iris has killed and will kill again. Or she's watching a live leak.
It's difficult to believe, but these are the faces of the victims of the original
Oh.
Cyclops killer.
What? What is going on here? Iris, what are you hiding?
We should continue. There are more objects to inspect now.
Okay. Okay.
A torso?
If it has a head, is it still called a torso?
What would you call it?
Date, you are so stupid, baby girl. I'm
Even my consciousness is being affected.
While I was unconscious, the room changed.
I'm tired of this. We have no choice but to investigate.
Stop doing the rainbow effect when this shit is happening. Mirror, operating table, medicine bottle.
An old television.
Yeah.
That video showed the face of a victim of the original Cyclops killer. It appeared to be the second victim.
What is going on? Iris has something to do with the first Cyclops case?
Unknown. I do not have enough information.
Guess that means we have to investigate more.
Indeed. The oil drum, shelf, and another torso have been added.
Let's go.
Okay.
Only a that shelf sticking out. It seems odd. What happened?
A metal ball must have fallen off the shelf.
Why would anyone put that there?
Metal ball falling off the shelf. That is just like Danganronpa. Okay, what do I...
An iron ball.
Which... Not that Danganronpa matters right now, but,
Where should I throw it?
I'm gonna be mad forever
Throw it that way.
because the whole thing with the stupid metal ball and whatever in the first case of V3 is fucking stupid.
All right.
Agreed. Or maybe we could have had two protagonists. Yeah, but it could have just been like Kirigiri 2.0.
Ball hit me in the head.
Now
Date's taking a beating from this.
book have appeared.
I hope this is the last time.
TV and old book. I'm sorry, I didn't. Oh shit, I'm fucking stupid. Sorry, this somnium is making me. I feel very focused because it's kind of. Yeah, whatever. She was there.
This was the third victim of the original Cyclops killer.
Maybe. Daddy-daughter bonding time.
Why does Iris know that?
There is a possibility that she saw it online or on TV.
She even reproduced the circumstances of the killing.
Date, we have no direct evidence.
Right.
Hold on. Where is that book? Whatever. I have good enough time. Is it worn out reference book? Worn out reference book. Actually, I think that's like the only book in here, so.
It is a thick book.
I want a grilled cheese now.
This will be easy. It's more brittle than crumbly cheese. Oh, it disappeared.
Date, I'd make you a grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese.
I'd make a grilled cheese. That was the only one that they would ever play. Okay, what do I do now? Gun. Because it says shoot to death.
Just a locker.
Okay. Peek. Or open. Open. Okay. Bob?
Iba?
It's all right. More importantly,
How would anyone figure this shit out if, like, walkthroughs didn't exist? I'm just sitting back and watching, I guess. Just like... Wait.
that is.
Hmm. I kind of suspected it. But Iris knowing is what kinda... What does she know?
We saw it too.
The 4 murdered women are without a doubt the victims of the original Cyclops serial killings.
That means...
The murders that occurred 6 years ago are these memory fragments that coalesced in this somnium.
No. That means means the person who killed them was...
He's smiling. They're gonna fucking strap me into like they're gonna do like the Men in Black thing where they make me forget.
Help me understand this. What I saw during the sink earlier, that was the scene of the...
Yeah,
So the person doing the killing was the original Cyclops killer.
right.
Did you see him? He was...
I saw your face. The original Cyclops killer was...
It can't be. That's impossible.
Date, you cannot say that for certain. You have no memories past 6 years ago.
So perhaps, Mr. Date, you are the killer. You're missing your left eye, so you steal them from others.
I'm kidding. You can't be the Cyclops killer.
Really?
Of course not. Do you think I would hire a serial killer? You interrogated Iris before the sink. What you saw in the Somnium was just a manifestation of the fear you put in her. You can't dream of something you know nothing about.
That means Iris must know about the killings.
Six years ago, Iris was 12.
Did she witness the crime at age 12? And not just one, but all four? The Cyclops
Whoever's
killer
watching
was 6
this,
years ago.
dude,
I lost my memory.
we are at the end of the
There has to be
game,
some kind of
man.
connection.
There isn't. It's a coincidence.
Really?
Really. Didn't I tell you? The entire case is a state secret. No matter how many times you ask, I won't tell you
I
anything.
agree.
In the Somnium earlier, I saw someone else who might be the criminal. Who was he?
I wouldn't know. I don't believe there's any meaningful connection. Between the original and new Cyclops serial killings, I mean.
Why is that?
The culprit is not the same. I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes.
How can you be so sure?
Because I can. Don't worry about it. Just trust me.
What does he know?
Remember what the boss said this morning. The original Cyclops killer has yet to be brought to justice. After the investigation got going, it was taken over by the government and classified. That was the last we heard anything about it. Service to the idea that the investigation was ongoing, but in reality, it was dropped completely. The Sinker does not always experience the somnium they expect. Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones. When using the Sync machine for an investigation, we don't always see the memories we expect to see. True, oftentimes the subject will subconsciously want to express their dark secrets and repressed memories, That is why we see them so often in Somnia, and why those Somnia are so useful for criminal investigations. But this is not a guarantee. We cannot control the content of... It's like I told you before. Dreams are pieced together from memories. This can be expressed as an equation. Dream D equals memory A. This, of course, means that Dream D is a fictional event. However, the same cannot necessarily... Those happened in reality. In other words, fiction is built from
So what I saw in Somnium earlier...
Yes. I believe Iris actually witnessed those events.
Pewter, you said that memories have... But what about false memories? How do we know if the memory really...
Even false memories are built from... If you disassemble those pieces...
What about things you see in movies or television?
The events might be fictional, but the experience... Our imaginations are limited to what we have seen. We cannot invent something whole cloth. Dante, it looks like I've
Got it. Hey, Iris. About that dreamer.
Dream? What dream?
There is no point in asking. The subject of a sync does not experience. They will not remember it.
And what about the Cyclops killer? From 6 years ago.
Cyclops killer? I remember hearing it on the news, but I was just a little girl. I don't remember anything specific.
You don't?
No,
What about the scene of the murder?
I don't know. I've never been there.
But...
Dreams are pieced together from memory.
You can't dream of something you know nothing about. Dante, could you take Iris home?
Huh?
We do not have enough evidence to hold her. Even in Somnium, we couldn't find anything. Law demands that we release her.
You cannot decline, Date.
Date, could we make a
Sure. Where?
marble? It's a bar in Golden Yokocho.
You know about that place?
Yeah, Mr. Okiura took me before.
Why do you want to go there?
There's something I want to talk about.
We can't talk here?
It might take a while.
What do you think?
There's no reason to refuse. Besides, there's a lot I want to ask her, too. Alright, sure.
Hmm.
Tessa!
Oh, Ota!
I was nihiling with Tessa earlier. She said she was going to Marbles, so I got here just before you did. Look, I was really worried about her. She was about to be charged with a serious crime. Oh, she left a little while ago. She said something about going to help an acquaintance. She told me to watch the place until she got back.
How well do you know Mama?
Not at all. It's my first time here. No, this is my new one. You're thinking of the one I dropped in that puddle.
This actually works out nicely. It's about a Nile message you sent Iris. You said you wouldn't tell anyone about that thing. That you'd stay quiet no matter what. What were you talking about?
Well,
Oh, she turned to him fast.
I'll tell her about the two-witter thing. I swear I'll do it.
geez, fine. Just don't tell anyone else. But before
What?
at the door, someone's standing outside.
Bruh. Why?
Where am I?
Looks like you're awake now. Ota?
I'd say he's too old to be called a boy, but yeah.
He was already gone when I came back. All I saw was you getting your beauty sleep on the floor.
Damn it, Ota. What are you thinking?
It appears that he took off with Iris.
What were you doing during all this?
My power was shut down due to the stun gun. I have rebooted in safe mode and am now operational.
I tried. I thought you were passed out drunks.
But I didn't have a glass in front of me, right?
So you...
Didn't have a single drop.
Oh, I thought you were drinking straight out of the bottle. Just like the old days. It'll be 3 o'clock soon. In the morning.
Date,
Oh, how am I gonna report this one?
Date, listen. Stay calm, but this is an emergency. Just now, the killer... Well, just watch the video. I sent the address to Iva.
Iris.
Hmm.
No, that's...
The criminal is streaming this live.
Iva, the source.
identified. The Okiura Fishery Cold Storage.
Okiura?
Date, we need to get to the site.
What's our ETA?
Our destination is far from here. 20 minutes at the fastest.
Please, please let me make it in time. That sick bastard!
Is this gonna be the same as before? Like, can I just skip it? Or just watch? Okay.
Ota!
Stay away from Tessa!
No, it can't be. No. Stop!
Oh my god.
Yeah, I had the same thought as you at skipping it, but then I heard Dante like saying no,
Bruh.
I'm understanding why this route's called Annihilation. You're annihilating.
I think Annihilation route should have been the canon one.
Huh?
I think this route should have been the canon one.
It's because of
Yeah.
then we wouldn't have Iris.
Some sacrifices must be made.
Yeah, you know what you wanted.
There you are. Finally. I was looking all over for you.
Why Dante's all sad now?
It's rare to see you down like this, but it's understandable. You blame yourself for this, don't you? Beating yourself up about taking Iris to Marble, and about letting Ota get the upper hand on you. Am I right? Shall I tell you what Investigation HQ thinks? Ota Matsushita is a criminal stalker who committed murder-suicide. Ota had a selfish love for Iris. He was under the delusion that Iris loved him too. But Iris refused Ota. So Ota decided that he and Iris should be together in the afterlife. Killed her, then killed himself.
That's ridiculous. Ota would never kill Iris. And how do you explain the other two murders? Iris's left eye was hollowed out. Just like Renju and Shoko. Those three murders were definitely executed by the same person. The new Cyclops killer. There's no way that's Ota. Too many pieces don't fit. Too many contradictions. Like killing Iris.
Such as? Maybe he was thinking like this. The reason Iris and I can't be together is because her agency prohibits it, making the president, Renju, the ultimate bad guy in his mind.
Mizuki is Ota's close friend. Do you really think Ota would kill his friend's father?
Also, when it comes to Shoko, Ota didn't know that Shoko was Mizuki's mom.
Shoko was married to Renju. Maybe he was trying to get at Renju by killing her.
That's a stretch. They've been divorced for years. Ota knows all about it. He wouldn't use Shoko to get to Renju.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota showed himself on the stream. If he was gonna kill Iris and then himself, why would he do that? The only reason you would show yourself like that is to prove that you weren't the culprit. Ota and the polar bear on the screen at the same time would prove that they're not the same person. That behavior would be totally unnecessary if he was gonna commit suicide anyway.
Well, maybe he wasn't planning on dying at first. After he killed Iris, he realized that he couldn't live with himself.
So he lies down on the workbench and turns on the ice cutting machine himself? I don't buy it. The culprit was wearing a polar bear costume, probably to hide their identity. But if murder-suicide was the plan, the costume served no purpose.
There are some additional discrepancies. I analyzed the investigation report. Judging by his wound, Ota was stabbed in the side by a kitchen knife or something similar.
Are you sure?
I am.
Oh, I know that.
Well?
Ota could have stabbed himself. Maybe he thought it would be a fatal wound, but when it didn't work, he would—
Then, shouldn't we have recovered the kitchen knife from the scene?
And even then, it's like, okay, I stabbed myself, it didn't work, time to kill myself, but let me put on this polar bear costume first.
Maybe he threw it in the ocean.
Boss, come on.
The murder suicide
Ota goes out to the water, stabs himself in the gut, throws the knife over the side, then walks back to the warehouse?
Well, I wasn't being serious. I didn't think Ota was the culprit from the beginning. I was just playing devil's advocate for HQ.
Really?
Yes, really.
Anyway, Ota didn't kill anyone, and he didn't kill himself. Here's what I think happened.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota knew Iris was kidnapped, so he rushed onto the scene. That's when he saw the culprit wearing the polar bear costume. He tried to fight him off, but ended up being stabbed in the side. He was weakened and losing blood at the culprit's mercy. The culprit forced him into the costume, then under the ice cutting machine, and then...
The part with the hook, so I don't know what to really draw from this, but like in Iris's Somnium, it shows the hook and that whole like ball thing to get the hook to move, which in other routes the hook moves and, you know, injures the person in the bear costume. But I don't know what to really draw from that.
It doesn't happen in other routes. It only happens in this.
Then, who is the culprit?
I wish I knew.
We're up to 4 victims, but Ota was a special circumstance. He wasn't specifically targeted by the culprit.
Right. And he was the only one to not have his eye pulled out.
So let's focus on the 3 other victims. Shoko, Renju, and Iris. What connects these 3?
Connections.
If you find a connection between the victims, you find a connection to the culprit. That's the theory of investigation, right?
You think the new Cyclops killer is related to them somehow?
Maybe, maybe not.
Hitomi and Renju are definitely linked. They were high school classmates, and she did say that she met Shoko twice, but I can't imagine she would kill Iris in such a gruesome way. No matter what the circumstances were, it seems impossible to me. Renju and Shoko were connected to the Kumakuras, but there's no connection to Iris.
You don't know that!
What did he say?
He said there's no connection to Moma to Iris. Dante, please, I know.
He's living in the better timeline.
Renju, Shoko, and So. There is a connection between Renju and Shoko through the Kumakuras, but again, I can't see any clear link to Iris. I know Renju and Shoko, and I'm connected to Iris, but I have an alibi. Aside from Shoko, there's no way I could have killed any of them. No. Now that I think about it, Shoko too. I don't remember killing her. My memories from 6 years ago are missing, but I still have my memory of recent events. And if I start doubting myself now...
Date, I can say without a doubt that there is zero possibility you are the new Cyclops killer. I have been working with you for years. I know better than anyone that you are innocent.
Mayumi had motive for killing Iris and Renju. Mayumi hated Iris. And she didn't think since Renju is the president. Anyway, the weak point is Renju's ex-wife, Shoko. And above all else, she would never harm her only son.
Oh, I don't want to think her.
Mizuki has the strongest connections with all 3 victims. Shoko and Renju were her parents. And she was close friends with Iris. She was good friends with Ota too. But that's why I could never believe Mizuki would kill all 4 of them. Thinking of her as a suspect is ridiculous.
Pewter.
I thought it over, boss. Of the people I know, I can't peg any of them as the murderer.
And no leads to pursue?
No.
Then there's only one thing you can do. Continue your investigation. Do whatever it takes to get the culprit, to get justice for the victims.
You're right. Got it, boss.
Is Pewter in the second game? Yeah. Okay.
Well, like I said,
But this isn't the timeline that's canon, so
the canon route.
yeah.
It could still be anything.
Mizuki must know about Iris and Ota.
Of course. The news was distributed heavily across the internet. Not just in Japan, but worldwide. 3 days ago, Mizuki discovered her mother's body. 2 days ago, her father's. This morning, 2 of her best friends. It is completely understandable that she is at her mental limit.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Aiba, contact Abyss. See if they can get Mizuki a good counselor.
Understood.
Can I give her a hug at least?
Iris was my everything. We always went everywhere together, whether it was buying clothes or going to the movies or taking a walk or going shopping at the supermarket. When she was young, she would just hold one of my fingers. Her hand was too small to hold mine, and it was 2, then 3. And finally she could hold my hand, but eventually she left my hands altogether. She started crossing her arms, being independent, even though she needed constant attention growing up. Her memories are a part of this room. And always will be. When she was a baby, she fell off that sofa and cried and cried. One day she tore up her picture book all over the floor here. Another time she drew with crayons all over the window. She painted my portrait on Mother's Day. Scratches on the floor, chipped plates, burn marks on the table, stains on the cushions. Everything you see. It all holds a memory of her, but why? Oda was one of my students. I taught him in elementary school. I heard it from the police. Oda tried to help Iris and ended up... I don't know what to say. I have no words.
Hitomi, my entire focus is on this case. Is there anything at all you can tell me?
I don't know if this is important, but
No, please. Tell me.
I may have told you this already. I met Renju's wife Shoko twice before. The first time at the wedding, the second time a month ago. That second time was in the waiting room of the prison.
Prison?
There's an acquaintance of mine from when we were younger. I visit them a few times a year. By coincidence, I saw Shoko. I don't think she noticed me, but I recognized her as Renju's wife right away. She was there for the same reason I was, to visit one of the inmates.
Do you know who?
No, I don't. We didn't talk.
Which prison?
Fuchu Prison in Tokyo.
Fuchu.
Prison?
Joe, if you want to pace this story out for you, I'm going to suggest ending the game after.
I'm sorry to have bothered you. I'll be going now.
Like here on out, it's still going to get more and more crazy.
I don't know what to do.
But you do have to continue.
Thinking about her.
It's only 12:32. I'm gonna keep on playing.
Okay,
Dante,
looking at the full
please,
annihilation
you have to catch them.
done, I think, with the first half.
Please. Please.
See,
Trust me.
It's really good.
I really like this too.
Are you okay, honey?
Huh?
About last night. Well, at 3 in the morning, anyway.
You know about it?
It's on every channel. You have the face of a ghost. Do you want a glass?
I don't need a drink. I need information. Do you have anything?
Well, let's see. I do have... I suppose you could call...
Tell me.
The Kumakuras are involved in this case. Remember what I told you before? That there's a relationship between Ren and the Kumakura. Shoko also has a relationship with them. You know about her dealings with the Kumakuras, right?
So basically, 2 of the victims are linked to the Kumakuras. That must mean they're involved somehow, right?
Not 2, 3.
3? Iris?
No, not that one. He came here last night.
Ota?
Yes, from Matsushita Diner. He's linked to the Kumakuras as well. Have you heard the rumor? The Kumakuras own a handful of... They of course look legit, but I'll call those real estate companies the KE to keep it simple for... The KE followed... They bought up land in... Now, have you heard of the plans for the casino in Kabasaki? So was the one who came...
I was born and raised in Kabasaki. I remember the landscape of my childhood, but look at Kabasaki now. When I see images of the destruction on television, my heart aches like it's beat. But I promise you, I will revive Casino Town Kabasaki, will give new life to the city.
After that, so he submitted the bills he needed to the National Assembly after drumming up support in the right place. The bills passed, and it became an official government initiative.
Decontamination efforts therefore increased at a rapid... At the moment, the area is still considered off-limits. However, the air in Kabasaki is currently purified to such an extent...
If the plan goes smoothly...
I'm just gonna
land
say,
prices
Moma
in
has
Kabasaki
connections
are
to
going
all these
skyrocket.
people.
And all that land is owned by the KE. And the land he bought back for $1 billion will be worth 10 times that soon.
He's involved in some shady business.
This is just another... The chemical plant exploding was no accident.
Why so in the Kumakuras, you mean?
But there's no hard what were...
Ota and the Kumakura.
Oh, right. You know how Matsushita Diner is... The chemical plant explosion made times hard. Foot traffic went down. No wonder it closed down. Ota must hold a grudge. Someone caused that. And if it was intentional? Oh! That's how I link...
Thank you, Mama. I don't know if what you told me will lead to anything, but...
Oh, sorry.
No, it was very helpful.
I'm glad I can help. Even if it's just a little.
Well then, be seeing you.
Come back anytime.
Wow, I really do understand how it'd be absolutely fucking bonkers for someone to do Annihilation first.
Yeah. Just like having like Iris and Oda that like that. Ugh. And then plus the Somnium taking the original murders.
This is your fault. I heard from the police because you didn't take care of Iris. My boy Ota got involved.
Date, I looked into the investigation. Mayumi confirmed Ota's body.
I see.
I'm sorry. I want to be alone right now. Did you not hear me? I said leave!
Date, let's go. She is in no state to talk.
Yeah, you're right.
Holy shit.
The Mayumi stuff just hits different now since we got Oda around.
Yeah.
Right here. Iris and Ota were.
I am sure you are already aware of
Just before I arrived.
and the cause of death.
Right. About that. Ota had a stab wound for.
Correct.
What was the exact. Was it the knife wound or.
I cannot determine that. I can conclude that the knife wound was at least even if Ota was still alive on the workbench. If he weren't already extremely weak, we would. Iris's estimated time of death and cause of death have been confirmed. The video was not a recording. It was.
Which means Iris's time of death is 3:20 a.m.
Iris also had her left eye removed.
Yeah.
And like Renju and Shoko, this forklift is old. It does not appear to be functional. It has not been moved in some time. A video camera and laptop. This is what the criminal used to stream. All of these items have been bought from pawn shops and thrift stores. I have logged into the Okiura fishery. However, I found the password written direct. I have done some as the name suggests. The company Renju's father.
Another connection.
No, actually, currently, Okiura the Renju in short.
But it can't be a coincidence.
It certainly is suspicious.
I'm sorry, but I need to skip you, like, explaining the Okiura fishery thing to me for the, like, 5th time.
I checked this place point by.
No, nothing so far.
There are only a few items.
Is this warehouse not in use? But why? Why did the culprit put the costume on Ota?
Unknown. Date, we should get officers from the local jurisdiction are checked. We will not find anything of importance here. Ask CSI to inform you if they find anything.
All right.
Date, I have to talk to you about something.
Huh?
About the original Cyclops serial killings.
Why this all of a sudden?
Because I want you to solve this case, Mr. Date. I want you to find who did this and bring them to justice. So, if I can help you, even a little...
Why didn't you say anything at Abyss?
The boss was there. I couldn't speak openly in front of her. So, I decided to meet you.
Alright, let's hear it.
Earlier, I told you that I was completely certain the original Cyclops... I am absolutely certain the original... Let me explain why. I'll start by telling you the identity, although it's more accurate to say killer.
More than one?
In the first series of killings, the culprit had an accomplice. One of them was born a murderous psychopath. The other is Rohan Kumakura, the previous chairman of the Kumakuras. They each had a role to play. The murderer committed the homicide, and Rohan removed the eyeball.
Date needing his meds makes sense. Assuming. Yeah.
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oxytocin is a peptide hormone linked to feelings of love, affection, and trust. It is colloquially referred to as the love hormone. It causes a tranquilizing effect which improves mood and relieves stress. It is normally secreted when the body makes contact with an object of affection.
I'm sure you know what this implies, but he was unable to feel love in the way that we do. However, he was able to experience a substitute. His brain was wired in such a way that allowed him to feel, due to the unique idiosyncrasies of his brain, he was able to relieve by performing a certain action.
What was it?
Murder.
Dopamine is a hormone linked to the pleasant feeling attained through endorphins are they dull pain and create a feeling of happiness.
He got pleasure from killing people?
It's slightly more killing people was the only way he could get pleasure. He was 12 when he took his first life. That enlightened him to the pleasure of... That I don't know.
The details of the original Cyclops serial killings case have become nebulous over time. Even the official investigation I am unable to draw any conclusion.
You really have no idea?
Okay, I can wait. Hee hee hee.
If I did, I would tell you. 18 years ago, Rohan took a woman's eye. She was already dead. He put his finger into her eye socket and gouged it out.
Oh, I said hi, but I had my mic muted. Hi.
The reason why was simple. He was fascinated by women's eyes.
I kind of want another snack.
Their beauty stimulated his greed and his desire to possess them. He needed to have them, to make them his own. Driven by this instinctive impulse, he took the woman's eye. From then on, he acquired a grotesque... He was very particular about his need at the... But even being the head of a Yakuza gang, his deepest, darkest desire... However, he soon met the aforementioned psychopath. The Cyclops killer would commit the murder, and Rohan would take the eye. Thus, a mutually beneficial. This was the origin of the Cyclops serial killings. At about the same time, you were assigned to Abyss.
The original Cyclops killer had an accomplice.
There were two Cyclops killers.
And one of them was the former chairman of the Kumakuras.
Rohan committed suicide by jumping to his death 1 year ago.
That means... Peter, tell me this. One of the original killers is dead. I know that. That means one remains. Who is he?
After his fourth murder, he was arrested by the police. They actually picked him up on other charges. But, in any case, he is currently serving a life sentence in Fuchu prison.
Bruh.
Fuchu prison?
Yes.
What's his name?
In prison, he doesn't have a name. He is simply called Number 89.
Number 89.
I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
So, now you know why I said that. That the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. Because one is dead, and the other is behind bars. Neither of them had the opportunity.
I have to go to the prison right now. I have a special person to meet.
Yeah, but now you're in this situation of Peter telling you that 89 is out, but then in this Samia you had Iris, you had like Dante in the reflection.
Where did she go?
Well, she isn't always here, correct?
True.
They're twin babies.
What are you doing?
I thought it would be easier to talk like this.
What do we have to talk about?
A summary of the investigation, perhaps?
What summary? We don't...
That's not true.
Huh?
I was curious, so I did some research about number 89. Unknown.
You don't know?
No such person is listed in the family registry. It is possible he is a foreigner, but is not. However, I believe it is safe to say that he was born and raised in Japan. As you know, he is an assassin with He is currently serving a sentence at Fuchu prison. He was imprisoned 6.
That's what Pewter told us.
After his fourth murder,
Unknown. I cannot determine if they have any connection. Approximately 1 month ago, Hitomi Sagan witnessed Shoko in Fuchu prison's waiting room. I am unable to say for certain. After all, Fuchu...
But number 89 knew Shoko's name.
I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
That must mean that he knew her somehow.
Well, 89 dated Hitomi. Hitomi has relations with Renju. And kinda knows Shoko, kinda. But then if 89 was also working with the Yakuza, then the Yakuza knows Shoko as well.
One was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
But Rohan committed suicide last year.
That leaves one culprit still alive.
But number 89 couldn't possibly... He was in jail when each of the murders occurred.
Correct. However, I do not believe it is accurate to claim that he had...
I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
If he was telling the truth, his involvement is possible.
Let's talk to number 89.
All right. However, we can bring him to us. If we plan on syncing with him,
Oh,
it will be
no.
more efficient.
Can you arrange that?
I can.
We're gonna sync with him. Ooh. Ooh. Ah! Ah! Hi! Hi!
Sorry to interrupt your busy day, but I need you to tell me something. I'd appreciate your cooperation.
He smirk.
Number 89.
Your real name.
I don't remember. Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso is a republic in West Africa. Population 17 million.
I don't have time for your jokes.
Yeah, I guess I do.
About a month ago, Shoko, was she there to see you?
That's right.
What did you talk about?
Nothing special.
You're in no position to lie.
I'm not lying. She didn't come to hear me talk.
Then why did she come?
To meet me.
Meet you?
She probably just wanted to see me.
I understand why she'd want to see you.
That's right. I was one of the culprits behind the case 6 years ago. One of the 2 Cyclops killers.
I think he's kind of cute.
A long time ago. I don't remember exactly when.
What's your relationship to her?
A physical one.
Bruh.
I'm kidding. She was just a business partner.
Okay. He just said something.
Alright, let's get right down to it.
Please don't be having sex with Mizuki's mom.
Said, I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
That's right. Hasty. We haven't agreed on a deal.
But you're a
You're
psychopath,
gonna let me in
mister.
prison, right?
It's done. You've got a deal.
All right. But to explain it properly, it might take some time. Is that all right with you?
I've got nothing but time.
Then let's get started. The story of a lonely assassin. Once upon a time, there was a detective. Let's call him F. F found the evils of the world intolerable. F had no parents, no siblings, and grew up in an orphanage since he was born. He suffered every kind of abuse imaginable there. It led him to despise all the evils of the world. One day, F was chasing a thug down at the harbor. Someone wanted for the assault and murder of women.
Okay, I get it. I'll just throw down my knife. Here. You lower your gun.
Hi.
It's fine. I got nothing else on me. I'll go quietly. You know, I have a history with hospitals. I've been going to a special hospital for... Even if I get caught, it's all good. I'll come right back out again. What should I do next time? Just thinking about it gets me excited.
The culprit was unarmed, but F never served a day in prison. The case went to trial for some time, but it was determined to be if the truth got out, it would be a huge scandal. People at the upper level were terrified of what might happen. F wasn't suspended or After a while, he returned to his... That was a turning point for him. He was ready to shed the morality that was weighing him down, holding him back. F still wanted justice, and he was willing to dispense it to the immoral, one by one. He became an assassin, a lone gunman. No agent, no employer. He was his own man. F believed that he was judge, jury, and executioner, but it didn't last long. One day, F got rid of a criminal we'll call X. X was responsible for defrauding and killing an innocent old man for his life insurance policy. Turns out, X had connections. Someone wasn't happy that he died. Rohan Kumakura, chairman of the Kumakuras. X was a top executive of the Rohan ordered his men to find and kidnap F.
I've done some research. I know you've cleaned up at least 18, but somehow there hasn't been a single criminal investigation. They're all treated as suicides. Amazing work. I'm impressed. How about you work for us? Of course, you have the right to say no, but it'll be the last word out of your mouth.
F was trapped. Even if he somehow survived, he would be looking over his shoulder for the rest of his life. He had no choice but to take Rohan's offer. Thus, F's self-employment, he became a hired gun of the Kumakuras. Rohan even gave him a code name, Falco, named for the Falcon. bird of prey.
Ooh.
Falco didn't quit his job as a police officer, though. He worked as a detective by day, assassin by night. An ordinary killer would need motive to take a life, not Falco. He did as he was told. It didn't take long to destroy his heart completely. Time passed, and a few years back, Falco, who by this time was exhausted, he missed his mark and ended up taking... Somehow, he managed to escape. After reaching a nearby shrine, his legs finally gave out under him. He had no strength left. He put his back up against the shrine and let out a moaning breath. But at that moment, in his darkening vision, he saw a woman approach him. He watched her take out her phone and dial for... At the same time, he heard footsteps of at least 2 people closing in. He knew immediately that they were after him. He sprung into action, grabbing the woman and pulling her close, kissing her to keep her from talking.
He's so romantic.
That was the first encounter between Falco and the woman. She was a teacher at some school. It was like she was from a totally different world than him. Listening to her talk, he would forget everything about his line of work. She was his only contact with the ordinary, mundane world. They met in secret a few more times, and Falco felt his heart grow warmer. Her smile and kindness were like a cold glass of water for Falco's parched heart. Falco started to become himself again. His former self. He swore on his life that from then on, he would live for her.
So, you want to go clean? Fine. Do as you please. You've done a lot for us. But there is one last thing. One final job I want you to do for me. It's nothing major. This woman and her daughter. I need you to dispose of them. Should be simple, no?
Rohan handed Falco a picture of a woman and a girl. It was the teacher Falco met at the shrine. And her daughter. She had just turned 12. Why the 2 of them? Rohan, as usual, never gave a reason. And Falco had no intention of carrying out the kill. But if he didn't, he knew that someone else would. He thought long and hard. How was he going to keep them safe and get out of the life of crime? He couldn't find an answer, no matter how hard he thought. He was backed into a corner. So, he decided to call on an old friend for help. And then...
And then?
Why did you stop? Was that the whole story? You mentioned a detective. What's the connection between that and Shoko? Hey, answer me.
This is a transaction, remember? Until I get a guarantee that you'll uphold your end of the bargain, I'm not telling you anything else. I'll give you half up front, half later. If you want to hear the rest of my story, you better start the release procedures. Once they've cleared, I'll tell you everything.
Date, it is unlikely that number 80...
Pewter.
Yes?
Start the preparation.
For what?
What do you think? The sink.
Wow, he's so sleepy.
I have injected number 89 with the usual dosage. He will not be waking up anytime soon. Are you ready, Agent Date?
Yeah,
The time limit is 6 minutes.
I know.
Then let's begin.
I'm about to start like biting the skin off my hand. I'm so excited. Cool.
Sup?
No, not sup. Why are you sleeping on the job?
Because I want to, obviously.
Why are you getting mad at me?
Yeah, this rug feels so good on my skin, yeah.
Why are you suddenly a cat?
Playtime's over. Let's begin.
Stand up.
There's something wrong with her.
Is this the Sagan residence?
It definitely is. But why?
Number 89. What? The green.
Really wants to hide it, huh?
Somnium scan. Activate. This appears to correspond.
Okay.
A switch. This switch again. Last time we handled it in a different manner.
That was then. This is now.
But there are thorns. You are aware that I am the one who feels the pain.
It's fine. It'll only hurt for a bit, then it'll be better.
Oh, it doesn't hurt. The light has turned on. A phone. Should I pick it up?
Hang up or ignore.
It won't stop ringing. It stopped. What was that?
I don't know.
I guess it worked?
Okay, then.
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
A winter iris that blooms in the cold.
I know.
Huh?
You can do it. I believe in you.
Stop it! You're distracting me! I got one! Aw, right after I pulled it out, too.
Did the green stuff react at all?
Okay.
A book. Yeah! Are you sure this will help us uncover number 89's secrets?
It might. We're getting closer.
It's ringing again. What should I do?
It's ringing again.
It stopped. Aren't you curious who was calling?
I am curious, but what if they threaten me for money?
You're a police officer. Have some backbone.
Okay.
You've got 4 minutes.
The Nickelodeon slime. What happens if you lick it?
It is surprisingly deep.
Did you find anything?
Well... Oh! There is something.
A cork.
What is this substance? Green tea?
It's obviously not green tea.
Perhaps it's jelly.
It's not jelly.
Okay.
A floor lamp. Are you sure?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is this okay?
Looks okay.
You have 3 minutes.
Mm. Okay, then what?
It's a pot. Steam is
This looks like Sims food.
some kind of green curry.
Maybe a soybean stew?
It might also be boiled green juice.
Yeah, like a slime.
Yeah, like a slime.
It could leap out at any moment.
And I want to drink it.
What is this anyway?
You can tell by tasting it.
I would like to know before I put it in my mouth.
It's green, right? It's gotta be gag.
Don't say such things. I'm the one who has to drink it. Fine. I'll have a sip.
Iba? Hey, Iba!
Oh,
Iba!
Delicious soup.
What kind of soup was it?
Elephant.
What did you say?
Elephant.
huh?
What is that?
It's an eye.
Date, what are we going to do?
What do I do? Stop staring at me with your big ol' eyes.
It left.
You were.
That eye.
Do you know something about it?
Yes. It was kinda cute.
You are insane.
It was kind of cute.
What? That's...
Hitomi?
You have less than 2 minutes. Hurry.
Okay.
A book. I wonder what these books symbolize.
I don't know. Maybe he used to oversee a library?
Number 89, a librarian.
Number 89, a dentist. Okay, what now? Evil Shadow Skull.
I do not.
Kiss! Throw.
Would that not be disrespectful to the dead?
Dead?
Notice how it one of the eyes is.
Sorry about
Whose skull was this?
Unknown. I also cannot determine the connection to number 89.
Okay, then what? Let's see. That was my way.
A book. Here I go. What happened?
Nothing.
Okay.
A book.
Notice how we also tore books
Seems familiar.
I do not
in
think there is any
Iris's
relation to
thing.
this.
Alright. Guess it's nothing then. Who was that?
What do I do?
What do I do? Me when Five Nights at Freddy's is outside my door.
No! Stop!
Stop right there!
Date, this is a serious matter.
Where's Boss?
Huh?
Boss, where is she?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since about noon.
Damn it.
Date, listen. Something happened while you were in Somnium.
Huh?
Please stay calm and listen. So Sejima's body was discovered. He was cut into pieces and put inside a vase in his mansion.
That can't be.
The housekeeper found him and reported it to the police.
Hmm.
One more thing. So was missing his left eye.
You mean the Cyclops killer did it?
Probably, yes.
What is your next move, Date?
We'll deal with So later. Before that, I need to talk to Boss.
I suggest checking her office.
Good idea. Not here. Where is she? What the hell is going on? What is going on? Hitomi was shot by Rohan Kumakura to protect number 89? Boss? Why was Boss there? Because it was a dream? Was it completely random? No, that can't be. You can't dream of a face you've never seen. Number 89 must know Boss somehow.
Hmm.
Aiba, can you...
I will try. Unlocked. Logging in. I have recovered some video. It was uploaded only...
Open it.
That is...
Sosajima. Why? Why?
So, I fucking said something about boss. Oh my god.